Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hang out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Welcome back as we near the top of this second inning here. We've got an even ball game here, scoreless in the first inning. Hampton's gonna get the first opportunity to try to change that here.
And for both ball clubs, par for the course in the first.
Yeah.
The Aggies didn't allow a run. Hampton didn't either, so teams trying to settle into this one. But, you know, for both ball clubs, I believe, the longer you can keep your starting pitcher in that circle, the better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if, you know, they're not in any danger. But for A&T, if you win this game, you win the series.
Yeah.
So Hampton desperately trying to get the split here today.
Catcher Cameron Hamilton is going to step up first. Stepping up first to bat for the Pirates. That's a 2.54.
Nice pitch by Devin Long. Jason Zani in that call. I think that same off-speed pitch from Aaliyah Williams over and over again in yesterday's ball game called for strike for A&T.
Yeah, Williams was so fun to watch yesterday. You can tell she was just in the zone and really stepping up and making some crucial plays for the Aggies.
Aaliyah Williams was what? Locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah, Williams, 10 strikeouts, the full 7 innings. Only allowed a few hits and 1 run. But Leah Williams, outstanding performance. Devin Long trying to back that up today.
That ball's bobbled and still going to make some time, or make it in time from Jaden James.
Yeah, Jaden James caught it on the one hop on the transfer, bobbled just a bit, but still had enough time and the patience to fire it over the first. And
yeah.
Again, routine, make the routine play over and over again. Just be sound defensively. That'll give you every opportunity in this ball game to win it.
Yeah. James, very talented at what she does. Has a nice arm. Makes the play for the Aggies.
First pitch swinging there for Cameron Brown, freshman for Hampton.
It's a low one. Almost looked like it scraped the knees there.
Brown didn't play in yesterday's ball game. Didn't get a at bat, so looking for her first hit of the weekend.
She pops it up, and it lands in the left field.
Again, not about how hard you hit it. It's about where you hit it. Out of the range of Ava McCauley at shortstop, Destiny Sims charging in, got a late jump on it. Couldn't quite get there.
For Hampton, the third baseman, number 9, Cassidy Lee.
That's a base hit for the freshman.
Cassidy Lee stepping up next for the Pirates.
Cassidy Lee did not play in yesterday's ball game either, so 2 new batters for Hampton out here trying to change up the lineup a bit after being stymied by the pitching of A&T on Friday.
I love when coaches lean on their bench to create new opportunities. Shows how deep you can go and how many options that you have in the dugout there.
Cassidy Lee gets on base. Glover got a glove on it, stopped it just a bit, but it would have been an outstanding play. I think that's going to be ruled a hit. You got a couple of Pirates on base now with one out here, top of the second.
Pirates are already looking stronger offensively than they did yesterday. And, I mean, that's all that you can ask for from a team is if you have you feel like you're slow to get an offensive run yesterday, to figure it out the next day and be able to respond in the face of adversity is very important, especially when you have a 3-game series like we do here now.
And Hampton right now, they want to try to take advantage of this opportunity. They feel like that they could play at least one run in this situation. So you see Cam Caldwell taking a moment to have a meeting in the circle with the infield and pitcher Devin Long, just trying to settle things down, understand like, hey, we're still good.
Yeah.
Make your pitches, and we'll get out of this inning, hopefully not allowing a run.
Yeah. 5'5" grad student Violet Salazar is up next to bat for the Pirates out of Compton, California. She's a strong hitter, second highest on the team in batting average. She's going to swing that through the first, and she's probably going to pick up an RBI here. And she does.
First pitch swinging there for Salazar. That's an RBI single for Violet Salazar. Now runners on the corners for Hampton, one out.
Yeah, her third RBI of the season. Hampton, the first to the board today. Yesterday, it was the Aggies that put up the first run of the day.
You see there, first Pirate run scored today, and it's going to be a substitution base runner. At first looking for the number.
Pinch running for the Pirates, number 14, Jael Lewis.
Going to be Jael Lewis for Hampton at first.
5'10" freshman out of Richmond, Virginia. They got a lot of homegrown talent.
State of Virginia, hotbed in recruiting in multiple sports, so you don't have to go far to find your talent if you're Hampton.
I know it's always challenging to play in the DMV area, basketball-wise as well.
Definitely. I mean, well, it's a lot of talent in the Virginia, North Carolina, that South Carolina as well. A lot of talent.
Maryland, too.
In those 3 states, Maryland, that DMV area, D.C. So if you're a coach, plenty of players to choose from. You see Devin Long trying to get her mojo back. Fires one in there for a strike.
Jay Reeves is at bat for Hampton right now. Batting a .217.
Now you see the strategy from
Yeah.
Hampton.
Yeah.
You know, if Caldwell throws that to second base, you know, the runner from third is going to scoot home. So you see that stolen base and focus on this batter. 2 strikes for Devin Long.
Foul ball behind her.
Reeves just staying alive. And for Long here, strikeout is what you're looking for.
This is a crucial strikeout. You don't want to allow the Pirates to get the cushion that you guys had yesterday. You don't want to allow them to go on a run and create a lead that's hard to work back from.
Exactly. Looking for that strikeout, and she got it.
Nice.
You know, what that allows you to do is take away that sacrifice fly to score the runner from third. Now you have 2 outs. You've given up that 1 run. Let's limit that damage and get out of the inning. That's a big pitch for Devin Long.
Way to respond. Back at the top of the batting order with Riley Bohannon. Caldwell misses that one.
And after Caldwell did the hard part in striking out the previous batter, pitch gets away from her. Caldwell not able to handle it. And that's going to plate another Pirate run.
Pirates a 2-0 run lead with the player in scoring position right now on third. Bohannon up to bat. It's the third highest batting average on the team. She makes contact and it's going to foul out left.
For Devin Long, you got to let that one go, get it past you. You got 2 outs now.
Yeah.
Focus on the batter. Don't worry about who's on third. Get out of the inning. And that's the hard part of an athlete. You got to have a short memory.
You do. You do. Got to focus on the play at hand. Got to let it go.
Good
nice pitch.
For Hampton, again, this is the reversal of yesterday's ball game. Now that they have this lead, and they're going to give at least a 2-run lead over to Ava Lester in the bottom of the second. I think this is what Kat Tarvin had in mind for today's ball game for Hampton.
Even count right now. Bohannon the opportunity to pick up her 9th RBI of the season. And a crucial strikeout to stop the bleeding from Devin Long. And the Pirates find themselves ahead 2-0, and the Aggies are going to take the field shortly to try to close that gap. We'll be right back for the bottom of this second.
Vaughn, why did you decide to come to A&T? How does it make you feel when people say that this is a second-class institution, academically?
A second class?
You are the first black woman in the history of this country to build a billion-dollar company.
I do not honor the woman because it was a journey traveled by many along with me.
It's easy to forget that before they were known as heroes, they were young people just like all of you.
Back for the bottom of this second inning. Got Ava Lester stepping up with her team's giving her a 2-0 run lead like you talked about, partner. So she's stepping in. She hasn't pitched since Hofstra. The Pirates played Hofstra on March 20th. So, I mean, not too long of a break, but
well, that's enough time to rest that arm. And, you come in here fresh for this series. This is an important series for both teams.
Right.
If you win this series, you're back in it. In the conference standing. A lot of softball to be played, but, if you win this series, you give yourself an opportunity to inch up towards the leaderboard and try to get into that CAA tournament.
Jaden James up to bat for the Aggies, batting a 2-3-2.
Strike to start off Jaden James there.
Sophomore out of Kennesaw, Georgia.
For A&T, 2-run deficit is not insurmountable.
Yeah.
Take your time. You don't have to get anxious at the plate. Be patient. Wait for your pitches. Try to see the ball coming out of Lester's hand. Put the ball into play.
Stays disciplined for that one.
And that
She's
one
up the count. Yeah.
High and inside. More brave than I.
Fouls that one out right to even up the count.
James a little bit late on that one. It's Lester switching up her velocity. Lester coming in 3.83 ERA for Hampton, so been pretty good this season.
James another foul ball right behind her.
Lester giving this 2-run lead, so you breathe a little bit here. Dangerous bats upcoming for A&T.
James pops one up, and it lands foul out right. Looks like Maduro was chasing that one, but it slits right in between her glove and the wall.
Jaden James lives to swing another on another pitch, and sometimes when you don't take advantage of that, it can come back to bite you. Let's see if James can hurt Hampton here.
Excuse me, that was Bohannon, not Maduro.
Good eye there from Jaden James.
Wait on it, you got it.
Full count. And James stays disciplined and make it to first.
And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Force Ava Lester to throw pitches. Don't swing at balls. You gave yourself another opportunity when your pop-up couldn't be caught. So now, leadoff runner. You got a power bat coming up in Trinity Glover. So A&T, let's see if you can get some momentum going. Good pitch there from Lester. Catches that outside corner.
Pop up out into right field by Glover. And that's caught.
And that one stays in the park, but with the wind blowing from west to east,
yeah.
If you're a batter, if you can hit it up, drive it far enough, the ball can possibly carry over for a homer. That one stayed in the Lady Aggie softball complex for Trinity Glover.
That's Aiken picking up that put out.
Trail Williams trying to lay down the bunt and fouled away.
What a play by Cassidy Lee.
And understanding that Catrell Williams was trying to lay down the bunt, so
yeah.
Lee cheating up. Williams popped up the bunt. Excellent play by the third baseman, Lee.
Number 21, Tanaya Thomas.
Freshman Tanaya Thomas up next for the Aggies. And try to look to get something going for her team. Oh, and she's hit by the pitch.
And Lester's been pitching inside. That one got away from Ava Lester, ran inside and hit Lee. And Lee's still trying to shake it off as she's walking off the first base line.
Number 22, Cameron.
That one's probably going to leave a mark.
Yeah, she's trying to breathe it through. You can tell, shaking that arm there.
You know that Thomas wants to stay in the ball game, doesn't want to come out.
Yeah.
So 2-out opportunity here for the veteran Cam Caldwell for A&T.
Caldwell batting a .292 average. She sends that. And she's going to pick up an RBI. As Jaden James makes it home, and tonight Thomas makes it as well.
And that's what happens when you don't stop playing.
Yeah.
So for A&T, Cam Caldwell just didn't like, I grounded out.
Right.
She's running hard towards face. The ball took a last-second hop, ate up the shortstop for Hampton and Salazar. So that allows Jaden James to score. Tanaya Thomas didn't come out of the ball game.
Yeah.
She scores all the way from first, and then we're tied at 2.
Yeah, what battle and what resilience from the Aggies to tie this game up here in the bottom of the second.
And we'll see if that's scored as a hit from Caldwell or an error. Ball hit sharply, took a late bounce.
Yeah.
8 Violet Salazar up at shortstop for Hampton. And that turned into 2 runs. for A&T.
Now batting for A&T, the shortstop, number 27, Ava McCauley.
We'll see if that's ruled an error or a hit.
Ava McCauley up next.
It nevertheless deuces on both sides.
Yeah. Caldwell on second. Again, the Aggies have 2 outs so far. Freshman and McCauley at bat. It's an outside pitch there. Oh.
Miscommunication defensively from Hampton.
A collision there.
Yeah. Cameron Brown and Violet Salazar. Good thing that no one was hurt.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That one was at the knees as Lester gets the call. McCauley trying to bring home Cameron Caldwell from second for A&T. Caldwell swings through that one. Good pitch.
Yeah.
By Lester.
Even count now at 2. Getting 2 outs, an opportunity to get Caldwell home.
Good eye by the youngster. Ava McCauley, that one was in the dirt from Ava Lester, so Ava on Ava violence here.
Oh.
And that one, again, riding up and in on the batter. McCauley swung at it, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Struck out, but the ball hit her on the strikeout.
She's slow to walk off, but is walking off on her own. She's going to be evaluated as we close the ending of this second inning. We'll be back for the top of the 3rd. Welcome back to the top of the 3rd inning here between the Aggies and the Pirates. We had a pretty exciting second as the Aggies had a big play to tie the game. I mean, and they were looking at it with 2 outs and were still able to make something shake. So exciting for them to see for sure, Damian.
Yeah, it was ruled an error defensively for Hampton. Cam Caldwell, A&T's catcher, hit it sharply to Salazar at short. Salazar couldn't handle it. Caldwell safe at first. It scores Jaden James. And then all the way from first, you got Tanaya Thomas motoring home.
Yeah.
And we're all tied at 2 without A&T actually getting a hit. So
yeah.
Aggies back in this one.
Devin Long dropping that one.
So now Devin Long, you can breathe again, Devin Long.
Yeah.
Your offense picked you up, so to speak. So now 0-0 once again. As Devin Long still in the circle for the Aggies.
Yeah, Maduro batting for the Pirates right now.
Devin Long wanted that one a little bit low. Maduro kind of tall there, so right at the knees. Devin Long didn't get the call.
Another low one.
If you're Devin Long, you know, you got yourself back into this ball game at 0-0 now. Just you can regain your focus on your pitches. Try to get that consistency. You know, Devin Long has the talent. It's all about being consistent.
Yeah.
And Maduro taking all the way there as Long Fires went in there for strike one. 3-1 count here. Maduro swings on the rise.
Swings on the rise.
And again, Devin Long has the talent.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent and still trying to search for that consistency. And, you know, that's to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
First time in the program, transferring in. So
Maduro sends that over to center field. That's picked up for the Aggies.
yeah, hit sharply to center field.
Yeah.
Latrell Williams didn't have to move far for that put out.
Now batting for the Pirates, the left fielder, number 43, Carmen Bonner.
Bonner's going to step up here for Hampton. Talked about Carmen Bonner, good off-speed pitch there to start things off for Devin Long. And for Bonner, we mentioned leading in pretty much every offensive category for Hampton coming into the series.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a great game one, trying to put the Pirates on her back here. Try to get a split here in game two.
Tell she's swinging with some power here.
It quickly falls behind 0-2, so Devin Long got a couple of pitches to play with here
Yeah.
for A&T. Yeah, that one ran inside.
Tight pitch, yeah.
Ball one, but again, if you're Devin Long, you know, you got a couple of pitches to play around with. You got ahead in the count 0-2, so trying to get Bonner to chase something.
Devin Long, 5'10" junior, transfer from East Carolina. She's pitched 60 innings and got the experience as the Aggies pick up their second out.
That's Anaya Thomas makes the play at second base, flips it over to Glover. Out number 2.
The right fielder, number 7, Trina Aiken.
Kind of guides it over there, making sure that, you know, you don't commit a throwing error.
Yeah. Aiken bat up to bat for the Pirates. Looking at 2 outs right now. Since a tight one left, that was probably landed right on the line.
Yeah, Trina Aiken just slices that one foul.
Yeah.
And Aiken 0 for 3 with a strikeout on Friday, so looking for her first hit so far in Greensboro. And that one's high. I think trying to back Aiken off the plate just a bit.
Yeah.
Got to have some courage in that batter's box.
Swings, makes contact with that one again. That's probably landed close to the line as well.
So Devin Long heading the count early as well here. So a couple of pitches to play with. See if you can get Aiken to chase for out number 3.
Sends at the third. Jaden James makes it to first for the third out.
Jaden James with the gun. Trinity Glover with the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, that's a play that, came right down to the millisecond to keep the game tied. We'll be right back to finish this third inning. Hampton scoreless in the top of this third inning. The Aggies are taking the field now. They, like we talked about, had 2 runs in that last one, and now they're going to try to extend this lead or take the lead here. They have the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, Devin Long took care of business there. Top of the third, so back at the top of the lineup now for A&T with the speed, trying to get on base.
Shandy Brown looking for her first hit of the day.
Brown takes one in the dirt. And for Shandy Brown, again, once she gets on base, her, Anaya Merritt, Catrell Williams, Destiny Sims, those type players can put pressure on your defense with stolen bases.
Yep. Pops one up to left field. And what a catch.
And I think that catch was a prayer answered by Bonner. I don't think Bonner saw that go into her glove. You know, she probably lost it last minute in the sun. And what a play from Bonner.
I mean, completely laying out there.
I think she lost it late and held on to it. For out number 1. If you're Shandy Brown, you tip your batting cap to Carmen Bonner in left field.
Bonner's third put out of the season. Excuse me, 25th put out of the season.
Nia Merritt is trying to get on base any way she can quickly in a hole 0-2.
Next slides right over Lester to make it on to first.
And that's where the speed comes into play for Nia Merritt. It's not about how hard you hit it. It's about where you hit it and give yourself an opportunity to reach first base. They're going to call Merritt out, saying that 2 strikes, she left too soon.
Oh, wow.
You know, when you're a slap hitter, you can't come out of the batter's box for the hit.
Wow.
And that's a big play for Hampton because you got a speed player on base potentially. Destiny Sims gets under this one. First pitch swinging for out number 3.
Quick out or a quick inning, I'd say, coming from both Hampton and the Aggies. Neither one able to put a runner on the board. So we still got a tie ball game. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Adrian Smith, and I stopped into my local McDonald's to get my 2 favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast medium, my sausage McMuffin and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you at McDonald's soon.
I've seen significant changes in my skin. Good Molecules is everything.
My skin looks flawless. My skin is just glowing. And who doesn't want that?
Good Molecules made an amazing difference in my skin. My skin has glowed up completely.
Hyperpigmentation cleared up a lot. My skin tone is a lot smoother.
I've truly seen a difference in my skin. Now I have confidence and now I'm glowing.
I feel confident in my skin once again, thanks to Good Molecules.
Back for the top of the 4th. We've got a tied ball game here. Aggies and Pirates going scoreless and pretty quick in those last. I mean, we saw some exciting plays, so both teams are really competing to try to take the lead and get a win here today.
And for A&T, you know, getting on base is what you want to do. That puts pressure on your defense. You see that's what they did. They got 2 runs and didn't get a hit. You got multiple base runners, puts the pressure on the defense to be perfect.
Right.
And for A&T defensively, they've been sound thus far in this ball game. And Devin Long, after giving up those 2 runs, has really settled in that circle for A&T.
Cameron Hamilton. Then that right to Tanaya Thomas, send it to first to pick up the Aggies' first out.
Tanaya Thomas.
Now batting for the Pirates.
So 2 freshmen, and Thomas and McCauley at shortstop and second base. You see Thomas casual on the ground out.
One of those, like you said.
Over the first.
Yeah, one of those, like you said, those routine plays for Tanaya Thomas.
Yeah, make the routine play routinely. Get that consistency on the defensive side and give yourself every opportunity to win the game. Giving away runs is never a recipe for success. A&T's been great defensively last couple of games.
Cameron Brown, up to bat for the Pirates. Up in the count right now, 2-0. Makes contact, it bounces behind her. Brown, a 2.7 batting average. Got a hit on the day. Looking for her second. Again, she makes contact, and the count evens up.
It's all about just getting a piece of it, staying alive.
Yeah.
For Hampton, you had that 2-0 lead, all the momentum. You seeded it. Can you regain that momentum if you're Hampton?
Brown, another freshman. Both of these programs really leaning on their younger talent.
And why not?
Yeah.
As you try to build that program up in recruiting, you play your players early. It's freshmen, sophomore. By the time they're juniors, seniors, hopefully, they're embedded in the program, and that's when you start to reap the benefits.
Yep. Great contact by Brown. She sends it to left field to Destiny Sims and makes it to first.
You see Brown finding a pitch that she can work with out of the hand of Devin Long, deposits it into left field for a base hit.
Now batting for Hampton, the third baseman, number 9, Cassidy Lee.
Cassidy Lee stepping up to bat next. We saw her making incredibly athletic catch in the last inning.
And for Devin Long, you're still good.
Yeah.
1 on, 1 out. You're good right now. Focus on the batter. Not a ton of stolen bases as a team for Hampton, so you're not thinking about the steal here.
Yep. Lee looking for her first hit of the day. She makes good contact to send it, but is not going to make it to first. Again, tonight Tom's picking up another assist on the day.
And if you're Jay Reeves, you get the out, but you move the runner over.
Yeah.
But that's a win for both teams. You get your out if you're at Hampton, and you move the runner over. But it's 2 outs now, so for Devin Long, same mentality. 2 outs, don't worry about who's on second. Worry about who you're pitching to. Make your pitches, and you're getting out of this inning.
All right, Salazar up to bat next. Like you said, she's got a runner on second right now. She's got a hit on the day and an RBI.
Good pitch from Devin Long. Devin Long again, changing locations, changing their levels, trying to keep these batters guessing and off balance.
Salazar sends it over second. And picks up her second RBI on the day.
Salazar again, finding a similar situation, shooting it up the middle past Devin Long for another RBI single.
Yep.
And the Pirates regained the lead.
Freshman Cameron Brown brought it on home.
And there you hear that dugout for Hampton celebrating once again as the Pirates go on top 3-2.
New batter for Hampton University, number 5, Sydney Evans.
Sydney Evans, 5'7" freshman, again stepping up for the Pirates out of Detroit, Michigan. She started in their last outing. She was not in last game, but started their last outing against the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Had 3 at-bats, but didn't get a hit. Had a great fielding time, though. 4 catches, 2 putouts, 2 assists.
You see a circle visit by head coach Jose Gonzalez Jr. Top of the 4th here. Devin Long since giving up those 2 runs, she had really found a groove, but just got in trouble here. And it was with 2 outs that she gave up that RBI single to Salazar, so she almost got out of the inning.
Right.
So now I think A&T trying to just get to the bottom of the 4th, and we'll go from there with the pitching. But if you can get out of here with just giving up this 1 run, you're still okay.
Yeah.
As you come to bat in the bottom of the 4th, I think that's what Coach Gonzalez is saying to Devin Long here.
And we've seen Devin Long be able to step up and make the right play, especially in these crucial times. This is a very crucial play for this inning. You don't want to continue to allow Hampton to get some momentum. So it's all about how she, again, just responds in this position.
Almost low. Devin Long looking for a strike there. Thought it caught the zone, but a little bit low.
Evans, a 2.24 batting average. Right away in the inside there, almost caught her knees.
And here's another situation where Kat Tarvin putting a freshman in a situation saying, hey, let's see what you do here.
Yeah.
At the plate with an opportunity to keep this momentum going.
Yeah. I mean, as a former athlete, I can definitely say getting experience early in your career is invaluable for confidence, for growth, and for understanding the program here.
I think that's going to be it for Devin Long.
Yeah. She walks Evan there.
For Hampton, the first baseman, number 00.
And those balls that were right on the knees, just not getting the call for Devin Long, but she's going to give way to, it looks like, Lauren Hardy. So Aggies going to the bullpen. Sophomore Lauren Hardy.
A&T, number 00, Lauren Hardy.
Lauren Hardy, 5'6" sophomore out of Indiana, or transfer from Indiana. We're going to give Hardy some time to warm up here, and we'll be right back.
Yeah,
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Adrian Smith, and I stopped into my local McDonald's to get my 2 favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast menu, my sausage McMuffin and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you at McDonald's soon.
have seen significant changes in my skin. Good Molecules is everything.
My skin looks flawless. My skin is just glowing. And who doesn't want that?
Good Molecules made an amazing difference in my skin. My skin has glowed up completely.
Hyperpigmentation cleared up a lot. My skin tone is a lot smoother.
I've truly seen a difference in my skin. Now I have confidence and now I'm glowing.
I feel confident in my skin once again, thanks to Good Molecules.
We're back. Lauren Hardy starting it out here. Starting out with a strike.
And Lauren Hardy coming in trying to kill this Hampton momentum.
Yeah.
And limit the run damage to 1 here and get out of the inning. Get out of the top of the 4th.
Riley Bohannon. 2 runners on base and has the advantage here in the count.
Yeah, for Lauren Hardy, your job is focus on the batter. You only need 1 out to get to the dugout, so just make your pitches.
She picks up a strike there. Now has some work to do here.
And for Hardy, you don't want to load these bases with the dangerous bat of Leah Maduro coming up.
Fouls that.
Yeah, Hardy
out left, yeah.
Battles back to a full count now, so what pitch do you feel most comfortable with in this situation if you're Lauren Hardy? Full count and a big pitch loading.
And that sails over Caldwell and moves runners over into scoring position. Bases are loaded now.
But you're still okay if you're Lauren Hardy. You let that one get away from you.
Yeah.
You still just need 1 out.
Yeah. Leah Maduro to bat. Again, bases loaded. 2 out.
Batting for the Pirates.
If you're Lauren Hardy, you got to understand you're not going to be able to pitch low. They're not swinging at these pitches low in the zone.
Yeah.
So try to work your corners if you're Lauren Hardy.
Maduro, 308 batting average.
Hardy tried to work the corner there. Didn't get the call.
Now Hardy's down in the count here. He's going to have some work to do. Again, this is just all about how you respond in adversity. You don't want to allow Hampton to go on a run.
And is Maduro taking all the way, or she's got the green light to swing it? Let's see. Yeah, Maduro was taking there. So still, again, you got 2 outs if you're Lauren Hardy. Make your pitch.
Yep.
What's your best pitch? Throw it here, and then throw it again, and get out of the inning.
And Maduro sends that deep into right field. Picks up a double RBI. And the Hampton dugout is fired up for a 3-run lead. 5-2.
Now, Leah Maduro, just a veteran hitter.
Yeah.
Found a pitch that she could work with.
Now batting for Hampton.
The junior,
Left fielder number 43.
an RBI, 2 RBI double. And the Pirates extend this lead to 3.
Both Bohannon and Maduro in scoring position. Maduro on second, Bohannon on third. Hardy with some work to do here.
Good pitch for Hardy to start off to Carmen Bonner. Bonner, again, the best hitter, been quiet so far. I don't want to talk it up.
Yeah.
But she's due. That one sliced foul, so quickly ahead 0-2 is Lauren Hardy. Same mentality. You got to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
You've given up that 2-run double now. Let it go and make your pitch. Get back to the dugout and try to get your offense back onto the field to cut into this 3-run deficit if you're A&T.
Yep, just focus on the task at hand. Like you said, Bonner due for one, and she sends that one deep left to pick up her own double RBI.
I've called sports long enough to know when a player is due.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like Bonner, eventually you can't hold a good hitter down, and A&T had done great with Carmen Bonner in a game and a half, but Bonner found a pitch in the zone. Lauren Hardy leaves one up.
Aggies pulling each other together to have a bit of a conversation to regroup. Now they have some work to do to battle back into this game. Still a lot of softball to be played. The Hampton Pirates dugout energy is up. Everybody is having fun, and now it's time for the Aggies again to stop the momentum and cut at this lead here.
And for A&T, right now you're like, wow, this has gotten away from us kind of quickly.
Yeah.
But you still got 2 outs. Get out of the inning.
Yeah.
And you got a couple of innings to cut into the lead. But with 2 outs, that's your focus now.
Yeah.
Let's get out of the top of the second. Let's get back to the dugout and regroup.
And they can do it. I think they have to remind themselves that we can do it. We've shown it early. We showed it yesterday. We showed it earlier today that we can pick up an out when we need it. You just got to go back to that and make it happen.
Lauren Hardy. First pitch fouled away.
By Aiken. Yep.
Trina Aiken, opportunity here to bring home another run for Hampton.
Aiken to the ground and makes it to first, and now Hampton has runners on the corners here.
Yeah, McCauley from her knees struggled to get the ball out of her glove on the transition.
Yeah.
But that's a heck of a play. That saved a run from Trinity Glover, who had to come off her line to catch that. If that ball gets away, then you're going to see Bonner score from second on the errant throw. So now runners on the corner, still 2 outs for Hampton.
Hamilton up to bat. .246 batting average. Swings at the first. She hasn't got a hit on the day yet, so she's looking for her first.
And for Lauren Hardy, again, what are your best pitches? What are your 2 best pitches? Throw those pitches consecutively and get back to the dugout before Hampton inflicts any more damage. Hamilton, again, trying to wait for Hardy to make a mistake. If you're Hampton, that was your goal. Come in here and try to get the split on Saturday and see who can win this series on Sunday. Looks like Hampton right now with the momentum.
Two-one count right now. Hamilton with the runner in scoring position. She fouls it. Behind. Or maybe not.
Yeah, misses that one and count even at 2-2 for Lauren Hardy again. Cat and mouse. What's your best pitch? Throw it here.
Caldwell misses that one, or yeah, gets out. That one gets out of Caldwell's hands.
That rise ball just completely getting away from Hardy.
Yeah.
But again, no run scored, so regain your focus, throw your best pitch here.
Moves Trina Aiken over to second. A nice swing as she's going to pick up 2 RBIs as well.
And right now, Pirates feeling it.
Yeah.
A&T struggling to get this third out.
Now A&T has to consider that you can't allow another run, or you're down by 8 runs here going into the 5th inning, and that cuts the game short.
The second baseman, number 12, Cameron Brown.
It looks like A&T is going to stick with Hardy. Now you're down 7, so there's no need to make a pitching change here because you want to save your Sunday pitcher, which is probably going to be Aaliyah Williams. If I was A&T, I would start Aaliyah Williams again tomorrow.
Hamilton on second now as that ball rolled behind Caldwell.
That one high. Hampton is just in all this with 2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
They've just found a way to keep this inning alive. Be patient and find pitches that they can hurt A&T with.
Yeah, both teams have been able to find a way to figure it out, especially looking at 2 outs. It's just this has been the Pirates' turn, and they are taking full advantage of it.
That's a good pitch by Hardy. And then for a strike.
Contact for McCauley, who picks up the 3rd out. And the Aggies now have some work to do as they are about to take the field in the bottom of the 4th. We've got a 9-2 ball game here. We'll be right back. Back in the Lady Aggies softball complex, I'm Raven Douglas alongside Damian Banks. We watched an exciting top of the 4th inning for the Hampton Pirates, who created a 7-run lead at 9-2. The Aggies are now taking the field, looking to cut it into that lead. Jaden James starting it off.
When you say exciting, not for the home team,
not
A&T,
for the home team,
but
for the Pirates.
They have the opportunity here at the plate to try to cut into the lead. You're down by 7.
Yeah.
1 base runner at a time if you're A&T. But mind you, Aggies don't have a hit yet.
Yeah.
They got the 2 runs without a hit. So for A&T, they're still looking for their first hit. They're going to have to get multiple base runners once again to start to cut into this deficit.
Jaden James going to look to be the first to do that, the junior first baseman. He's got 16 hits on the season. Opportunity to pick up another here.
And 9 hits for Hampton, none for A&T yet, but for A&T, this is going to be pretty much a 3-inning game. So you look at it like it's a 3-inning game. We got to get it done in 3 innings. James patient at the plate. one's low again, so Jason Zani has been consistent on both sides. That pitch right there at the knees is not there. It's not going to be called strike. So as a pitcher, you have to adjust.
Nice contact by James, sends it deep center field. That's going to be an out, though, as Bonner was there to catch that one. Aggies still not able to get anything going here.
Yeah, Jaden James a little late on that one, popped it to center. So for Ava Lester, he's handling business much like Aaliyah Williams was handling business yesterday for A&T.
Yeah. Glover up next to bat for the Aggies. Talked about her. She's got a powerful arm.
And for Lester, you got your run support.
Yeah.
So, you can be a little bit more adventurous in the circle as you see Kat Tarvin, head coach for Hampton, coming out to speak to Lester. And just giving her, a break. You don't want this inning to turn into a 7-run inning like it did for you in the last inning.
Yep.
So, just giving Lester a moment here, and it's a little bit of coaching. Not too much, just it's basically a timeout.
Glover also spent that time talking to Coach Gonzalez.
Trinity Glover, one of those batters who, if you leave something over the middle of the plate, has the power to make you regret that decision.
Yeah.
It's a good bench there by Ava Lester.
Makes contact there. The Aggies dugout still with energy and picking their team up here.
Well, they're trying to get a rally started.
Try to make a run, yeah.
And takes a base runner or two to get that rally started.
Yeah.
And much like it did for Hampton. So, Aggies not out of it. Got work to do, though.
Glover makes contact. Fouls it left. So Lester's up 2-1 in the count.
See Lester taking her time.
Glover sends that back to Bonner again, who picks up another put out on the day.
Yeah, Trinity Glover out in front of that one, lifts it to center. Yeah, Ava Lester, I think that was the game plan for Hampton. Put your best pitcher out here today.
Yeah.
If you lose in game one, you'll give yourself an opportunity to split the series. A&T threw their ace out on Friday. Aaliyah Williams showed everyone why she's the ace, and now Lester showing us why she's the ace for Hampton.
Catrell Williams up to bat for the Aggies. The senior lefty. And Bonner, dropped that one.
Well, Bonner had it in her glove.
Yeah.
And when it looked like she looked at it, she tried to look at it and it bounced out of her glove. So the softball gods giveth and they take it away as Bonner tried to make another sliding catch. That one gets away. So now you got Shandy Brown on base with a little bit of speed.
This Williams.
Oh, that's Catrell Williams.
Catrell Williams, yep. And that's exactly who you want on base. She leads the team in stolen bases, attempted 12 so far this season, successful in 11.
Catrell Williams is like me after games, gone. So she is going to be running. It's just a matter of what pitch she chooses to run on.
Nye Thomas pops that up. And the Aggies finish scoreless as Lester picks up that put out, and the Hampton Pirates are able to maintain their 7-run lead, 9-2. The Aggies are now going to take the field soon to start out this 5th inning. We'll be right back. Back for the top of the 5th inning here in Lady Aggie Softball Complex. The Aggies have some work to do. The focus now is going to be to not allow another run for Hampton, or they put themselves in danger of ending the game early if they extend into an 8-run lead here. So Lauren Hardy stepping up in the circle, looking to protect her team now, and the Aggie defense just focus.
It's Hardy's ball right now for A&T. The only other pitcher that you can go to, I think, is Malia Alexander. And you don't want to extend your bullpen.
Yeah.
A 7-run ball game. You want to save that for Sunday in what could be the series deciding ball game. So it's your job now, Lauren Hardy.
Hardy, a transfer from Indiana. And we've seen her, take the field and be able to respond after, giving up runs and stuff like that. It's just going to be on her to mentally lock in. But we've seen her do it before. We know that she's capable, and she needs to know that she's capable of doing it.
Well, for Hardy, I think it's a lot like Devin Long. Throws hard, has good stuff, just consistency isn't there yet.
Good spot. And again, the Hampton dugout is hype after Cassidy Lee makes it on to second.
You don't like for the visitors to flex on you. Right now, Hampton having way too much fun out there for A&T's liking.
Cassidy Lee, the sophomore out of Fountain in South Carolina, with a double. Nicely placed ball over in between first and second out there to right field. And the Aggies, looks like Aggies are going to make a pitching change and bring Malia Alexander out.
New pitcher for North Carolina A&T. 17.
Malia Alexander going to take some time to warm up, and we'll be right back.
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Adrian Smith, and I stopped into my local McDonald's to get my 2 favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast medium, a sausage McMuffin and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you at McDonald's soon.
I've seen significant changes in my skin. Good Molecules is everything.
My skin looks flawless. My skin is just glowing. And who doesn't want that?
Good Molecules made an amazing difference in my skin. My skin has glowed up completely.
Hyperpigmentation cleared up a lot. My skin tone is a lot smoother.
I've truly seen a difference in my skin. Now I have confidence, and now I'm glowing.
I feel confident in my skin once again, thanks to Good Molecules.
We're back in the top of the 5th here as Malia Alexander is warming up to try to take over for the Aggies here. Malia Alexander, another one of those young talents that we talked about.
And for Malia Alexander, your job is, hey, okay, we got a 7-run deficit. Don't allow another run to get us in that run rule range and finish out the game so you don't have to go to Aaliyah Williams. And I'm like 99.9% sure that A&T is going to pitch Aaliyah Williams in Game 3 tomorrow.
Alexander, this is her first game pitching since the Aggies played Morgan State on March 17th.
Alexander, another youngster.
Out of Mint Hill, North Carolina.
That pitch in the dirt. Sometimes, coming out in a situation like this, you don't have any pressure. I mean, the pressure is to not allow that 8th run.
Yeah.
But, not a close ball game. So as a freshman, just focus and make your pitches. But first 3 from Alexander have been low and in the dirt.
Yeah. You want to be able to show your team so you can step up for them even young and take advantage of this opportunity if I'm Alexander to just kind of show the team what I can do and show the coach that you can rely on me.
Good pitch there. You talked about it. And, as a former athlete way back when, I remember I redshirted my freshman year, but freshman year, first game of the season, Labor Day Classic, Virginia State, Norfolk State. I'm in the game.
Wow.
In the final seconds.
Wow.
And I'm like, please, Lord, do not throw the ball my way. And they threw the ball my way, but you kind of want that pressure, but you don't want that pressure. And the Lord put that on you as a youngster. That's something that you can grow from here if you're Alexander.
Yeah, all of these experiences are opportunities to grow. And I'm glad these youngsters are getting the opportunity early as Jaden James makes the play to get him out at first. But it does move Cassidy over to third, with Sydney Evans stepping up to bat for the Pirates.
Yeah, that runner moves over to third, that much closer to the 10th run for Hampton. So now with just 1 out, if you're the Pirates, you don't even have to have a base hit here. Something deep enough into the hole, or a sac fly is. I think that Sydney Evans, thinking otherwise, turned on that one early, fouled it away. But Alexander, big spot here for a freshman. Good pitch.
Nice by Alexander.
As a freshman, again, coach tries to give you that opportunity.
Yeah.
You show them that you can step up in that situation. Coaches will put that in their memory bank.
Alexander had 2 in the count right now.
And there's the 8th run. I think Jaden James looked off. The runner thought that she was going to stay at third, didn't wait long enough. At that point, you see that base hit, I think, if you're James. Now, that's the 8th run. So Hampton has done their job to get it to 8 runs.
Yeah.
2 outs here.
The first baseman, number
Let's see if
Riley Bohannon.
Hampton can add a few more. If not, then A&T will have to score here in the bottom of the 5th.
Back to the top of the batting order for the Pirates with Bohannon.
Now, I don't fault Jaden James. She did what, routinely and probably robotically. You look the runner back to third.
Yeah.
Runner's still there. I throw it to first.
Yeah.
But as soon as you throw that ball, that runner is taken off.
Yeah. Heads up play. Ten to 2 ball game right now. Alexander down in the count. 2.
Still a good spot for the freshman.
Yeah.
Alexander, you forced a ground out. There's just not much you can do in that situation defensively other than giving up, ceding that base hit to have runners on the corners with 1 out.
Yeah.
So you give up that run for an out. So now you have to score at least 1 here in the bottom of the 5th to keep the game going.
You got 2 outs. The Aggies have 2 outs, so they can get back into the dugout now or have the opportunity to do so soon.
going to be a walk. Bohannon takes her base at first.
Now batting for the Pirates.
Leah Maduro back
Designated
up.
player number 25, Leah Maduro.
Maduro with 2 hits on the day with 3 at-bat opportunities. She picked up 2 RBI, so definitely a strong offensive performance.
Alexander fires that one in for a strike. And Maduro had double duty on Friday, that pitching.
Yep.
As well as batting, but, no drop off when Maduro picks up the bat.
Didn't have as much success Friday.
That's a good pitch. Maduro couldn't hold off on it for strike 2. So the freshman, Alexander, trying to, in this top of the 5th inning, get the ball back over to her offense.
And she picks up the 3rd. Some excitement for Malia Alexander to be able to pick up that 3rd out and in that inning here. Again, an 8-run ball game right now. We'll be back for the second half of this inning.
Hampton leads 10-2.
6,000 universities. Why choose North Carolina A&T? We graduate more African American students in engineering, journalism, liberal arts, and agriculture than any other campus anywhere, period. Our grads earn more right out of school than all but one other UNC system peer. And 96% of Aggie alums say they wish they can do it all over again. Can you feel the pride? You will. A&T. Always doing, never done.
Let's go.
This is the CAA on Flow College.
I'm done.
We're back from the bottom of the 5th. Cameron Caldwell is going to step up to bat for the Aggies. She is the one who made a big play early in the game to put the Aggies on the board and pick up their 2 runs of the day. So she has the opportunity to give the Aggies another boost here.
Extend the ball game. That's your mindset for A&T. Get a run somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And for Ava Lester, she's trying to shut the door on what would be probably her best performance of the season.
Yeah.
For Hampton.
Again, we've got a good crowd behind us. Hampton brought their people. Aggies brought their people. It's a good environment for some softball today.
Yeah, Hampton travels. And, I had the pleasure of doing analyst work for football. And Hampton, their football, they traveled. They have a tailgate and everything.
I love it.
So
I love
Hampton
it.
travels, so good atmosphere for some HBCU softball in the CAA.
Yes. I know these players feel well supported, and it makes a difference to be able to pull from energy, to know your parents are there, family is there watching and supporting. It makes a difference for how you take the field and perform.
Yeah, definitely. And for both of these institutions, you can't tell them that their institution is not the best.
Exactly. Caldwell drops right in front of her.
And Caldwell now in the hole with 2 strikes. Lester, that lefty, just baffling these Aggies batters. Only 1 hit for A&T in this ball game today.
Caldwell, senior out of Atlanta, Georgia, strikes out.
And Caldwell shook her head, nodded in approval.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pitch.
Yeah.
Froze me at the plate right there above the knees for strike 3. So, Caldwell gave Lester a props, game recognized game.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to. As Ava McCauley steps up to bat, freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, McCauley now trying to get on base for Shandy Brown in the on-deck circle. Ava on Ava once again. Ava 2 with the strike to Ava 2-7. Ava on Ava.
Ava on Ava.
McCauley, the freshman, though, has some nice plays defensively in the field.
Yeah.
But here she's trying to get on base and try to start a rally for the home team.
And we did not see McCauley yesterday, so she's taking the field today and making a difference.
Lester there throws one in the dirt, so in danger of losing Ava McCauley here. Now you got a savvy veteran move here from Kat Tarvin.
Kat Tarvin, nice sweatsuit. I like that. The all black.
What have you been telling me for a day and a half now? Period.
Period, for real. ST.
Pretty snazzy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I say words like snazzy.
That you do.
yeah, that was very kind of you there. Very kind of you that you do.
You do.
Well, snazzy is more of a corporate word, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, moving in those circles in my advanced age, so.
I guess I do have to
you're on your way.
on my code switching.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say code switching.
I think I do have to improve.
Exactly what is occurring.
McCauley picks up the walk and makes it to first. As Shandy Brown is going to step up.
And you see now Jamari Moss
Now batting for the Aggies,
in the batter circle is going to pinch hit
12, Shandy Brown.
After Shandy Brown, but you know, Aggies trying to keep this game alive, scoring a run.
Yeah.
Got one out, one on.
Moss a presence for the Aggies. Strong hitter. Ooh. That pitch gets away from Lester and makes me almost jump out of my seat. Sometimes I forget there's a fence in front of me.
And what that does is puts Ava McCauley on second base. So,
yeah.
You know, if you're Kat Tarvin, you're not thinking about taking Ava Lester out of the game. You got an 8-run lead, so you got a couple of runs to play with, definitely. So you'd rather end it here in the 5th than have it go 7. But, you know, anything can happen. The Aggies can score 10 runs in the inning.
Yeah. McCauley makes it to third. And she's trying to keep this game alive.
You know, I asked a couple of Aggie alum and soon-to-be alum, you know, hey, are you trying to score this run here, extend this game? It looks like A&T has answered your prayers with McCauley on third. And Shandy Brown, opportunity here. If you hit it deep enough in the hole, you make the defense make a decision. Do you see the run and take the out at second and take the out at first, rather, which A&T did there in the top of the 5th.
Yeah.
Nice bunt. Stayed fair.
Oh.
They call Shandy Brown out. I think that first baseman, Anthony Ross, may have somewhere to be.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a bang play.
Yeah.
And you know that head coach Jose Gonzalez Jr. is going to argue that call. We'd love to see here on the replay. That was very close.
Yeah.
Looked like Shandy Brown, that foot hit the bag before the ball hit the glove.
That's a close call right there. But Jamari Moss stepping up. She got a scorer in position. The Aggies have definitely missed her presence on the field. Been out with an injury.
A&T down to their last out and bringing Jamari Moss up to pinch hit. Moss, dangerous bat, takes on her first pitch. You mentioned Moss been out with an injury. She was injured here in the Morgan State doubleheader. Player ran into Moss's arm, and she was in a sling for a couple weeks, so good to see her back out on the field. And that's a good block by your catcher, Cam Hamilton. That pitch was in the dirt. That pitch is outside, and I know that McCauley doesn't want to make a mistake to Jamari Moss. So trying to stay away, not giving her anything that she can drive. You know, Moss doesn't have to hit a homer, just hit something in the right spot to score McCauley from third.
Oh.
And that's the same arm that was in the sling for Jamari Moss. See, she's holding that arm.
She's holding up a little bit, grimacing a little bit, but she's going to stay on the field.
Toughness personified.
Yeah. Destiny Sims next up to bat for the Aggies. 2 outs, runners on the corners.
Some adversity here for Lester. Moss takes second.
Makes it a second.
Said, don't mind if I do. You don't think I'm going to run, I'll scoop the second. So if Destiny Sims can hit something in the gap, you'll score 2 Aggies runs.
Yeah.
Hampton trying to finish it off here with 2 outs. That one right down Gate City Boulevard for a strike. I say Lee Street, but it says Gate City Boulevard as well.
I definitely know it as Gate City.
Yeah, you're a youngster. I was around when it was just Lee Street.
Oh, and it slides through. And Destiny Sims make it to first. As she slides right through Bohannon's mitt there as the Aggies keep the game alive.
What did that?
Closing the gap to 7 runs.
What was that video on TikTok? I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
The Aggies stay alive.
Still alive. Destiny Sims coming through in the clutch.
With a runner. I mean, Jaden James has a runner here in position to score in Jamari Moss.
To the joy of one of our producers, Aiden, proud Aggie alum, keeping this game alive.
And the Aggies pick up another run. Look at the Aggies battling back here in the 5th.
Jamari Moss out there looking like Shandy Brown. Steals second. Scoops the third on Sims and comes home 10-4. Hampton wants to think it over.
Yeah. There's nothing like returning to the game after having to watch from the sidelines for a little while and being able to pick up a run and make a difference. Here.
It looks like Hampton is going to switch pitchers. Mackenzie Rimmer-Jones is going to check in. That's going to do it for Ava Lester. No need to hang your head if you're Ava Lester.
Yeah. No, you had a strong
well.
Mackenzie Rimmer-Jones, she's somebody who's a talented player against the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, delivered a no-hitter. They had a doubleheader on last Sunday. So, strong performer here. He's going to take some time to warm up. And then Jaden James is going to step up to bat for the Aggies. Into Jamari Moss, making her return to the game. That was just her. She hadn't really stolen a lot of bases here this season. Now entering this game was just her first. So she's trying to be aggressive in order to put the Aggies in scoring position, and they put some runs on the board to keep this game alive.
For me, I neglected to bring my laptop charger, so my laptop is now deceased, but the game lives on.
The game lives on. I'll share it with you, partner.
The Aggies said I'm still alive. And for A&T fans, you hear it.
You see that too.
Thank you. And for A&T fans, you hear it in the stands. Even though they're still trailing by 6, they did not want to get run ruled on their home field.
Yeah.
And now that is not the case. So now you start thinking about the rally. 6 runs. I mean, I've seen it happen before. It's not ideal. But A&T right now with some momentum.
Kenzie Rimmer-Jones, another young talent in the 6'2 freshman out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. She's made 6 appearances and games started 3.
And Mackenzie Rimmer-Jones, that's going to be a different angle of that ball coming to home plate for the Jaden James and the Aggies batters. 2 balls to start things off for Mackenzie Rimmer-Jones. And again, I've seen strange things happen before. So a comeback in this ball game would not be like absolutely crazy to me.
I believe the Aggies can do it.
Now, with the pitching change, Jaden James ahead in the count, 3 balls, 1 strike.
And James walks. Gonna make it to first. Desi Sims is on second. Trinity Glover is gonna step up next.
Number 7, Trinity Glover.
And now you got a home run threat in Trinity Glover. And if Trinity Glover can get a hold of one, especially with the way the wind is swirling, and it's a 10-7 ball game, then you start to believe even more if you're A&T. But again, all this with 2 outs. So hard to finish ball games.
It is.
You see it in the NCAA tournament, a lot of late game heroics on both sides, and sometimes being ahead could be a hindrance. I know it sounds crazy, you're winning.
Makes a difference, especially this late in the season. I mean, anything honestly can happen, especially in March.
For Trinity Glover, she's looking for a ball that she can hit out of this Lady Aggie softball complex. Trinity Glover trying to be patient at the plate. But for Rimmer-Jones, keep calm and make your pitches.
And as if she heard you, picks up that second strike there.
I mean, you're still ahead 6 runs. So, and you got 2 outs. So make your pitches, get out of the inning.
Yeah. Trinity Glover still looking for her first hit of the day. And that ball gets away. So Aggie runners move over. Sims moves over to third. And it looks like Jaden James moves over to second.
So a single here can possibly plate 2 for A&T. Hampton in their heads right now, I think. You don't hear all that cheering from the dugout right now. This is when your teammates need it most. If you're Hampton.
Aggie dugout louder. As Trinity Glover swings. Swings.
That's 3.
So that'll pick up the third out.
A&T keeps it alive with 2 runs.
Looks like we're going into the 6th. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th inning as the Aggies battle back here in this game. Thanks for sticking with us here Saturday. It's warming up a little bit here at the Lady Aggie Softball Complex. We're at the top of the 6th inning. As we talked about last inning, the Aggies are battling back to keep this game alive. Leah Alexander, the freshman, is going to pitch for the Aggies. And Carmen Bonner, one of the Hampton's strongest hitters, is going to start him off.
Chance here for Hampton to try to get those 2 runs back. You started off with your best hitter. Alexander fires one in there for strike 1.
Bonner, he's had 3 at-bat opportunities today. Picked up a hit and 2 RBIs.
And we talked about how she struggled in game 1.
She sends that one out of the complex, but it's going to be too far left.
And that one just foul.
I mean,
for Carmen Bonner.
Yeah.
She almost hit her 5th homer of the season. But that one stays in Lady Aggie Softball Complex, so Alexander breathing a sigh of relief.
Bonner just swinging with power here. Batting a 4.2 average.
Yeah, freshman on vet. I like to see matchups like this.
Yeah. Alexander putting some power behind the tosses here.
And again, if you're Alexander as a freshman, you know who Carmen Bonner is. You read your scouting report, so if you can get her out, you know, you can pat yourself on the back.
Yeah. Sure, Bonner's at the top of that scouting report. Alexander's ahead in the count, 2-0. Drops on low.
Alexander ahead in the count. Tries to get the veteran Bonner to chase something.
Yeah, Hampton definitely taking the field with more discipline today when it comes to swinging.
Bonner staying alive. Fouls one away. He's just being patient, battling, waiting for the youngster Malia Alexander to possibly make a mistake. Timeout late. And Hampton checked that A&T just to have a conversation with the youngster.
Yeah. You're an Aggie. Coach, what are you telling Alexander right now as she's taking the field and staring at, as we talked about, one of Hampton's better batters now? What are you telling her?
I'm saying you got 2 strikes on her. Don't make a mistake. Don't leave anything over the middle of the plate. Make a mistake where she can make you pay for that mistake. You got a couple of balls to work with. Worst case scenario, walk her.
Yeah.
But don't give her anything that she could drive out of the park. And again, a freshman, just calming her down, instilling that confidence like, hey, you're okay.
Yeah.
Make your pitches. Bonner, 10 hits. 2 of those 10 hits for Hampton.
And Bonner thrown out at first.
Yeah, Bonner went from almost homering to striking out there.
Yeah.
The right fielder, number 7.
And if you're Malia Alexander, you remember that moment.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the best batters in the conference, in the CAA. So you can strike her out. You know, you feel like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
I belong. There you see Bonner chasing something on the drop ball.
Trina Aiken stepping up for Hampton. She's got a hit on the day. Looking to get her second. That pitch just a little bit out wide. Or outside. Again, kind of same spot there. Alexander trying to find the sweet spot. She's right now in the count 2-1.
Yeah, but if you're Malia Alexander, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
No one on base.
Drop one in the ground.
And, you know, right now 6-run deficit. So if you don't allow any runs, you got 2 innings to score 6 runs to extend the game past 7 innings.
Yeah.
So just, as they say, dial in, get dialed in, and locked in.
Locked in, there's the word. He walks. Aiken.
Loses Aiken.
Now batting for the Pirates.
Opportunity for
the catcher, number 32, Cameron Hamilton.
Cameron Hamilton here. Hamilton, 2 homers on the season, so a little bit of pop in that bat. Fouls this one off.
Hampton getting some of their cheer back here. Pick up their batters. Try to put some more runs on the board and finish this inning strong.
As a team on the season, Hampton only 8 homers, so not a powerful team as far as like hitting balls out of Lady Aggie softball complex. We have a baby Alivo.
Yes, guys, I'm completely distracted.
Wants to put the headsets on. That one's popped
up. Oh, and Glover thinks she's about to get run over.
Yeah, and I think that Trinity Glover had that same thought process as Jamari Moss. That's how Jamari Moss got hurt in the Morgan State doubleheader. And Glover took her eye off of the pop-up and gives Cam Hamilton another opportunity here. That one fouled off. Just trying to stay alive. Let's see if that play, or the play that wasn't made by Trinity Glover, would have been a tough catch regardless. Let's see if that comes back to bite North Carolina A&T.
Really staying alive here. Got 1 runner on first in Aiken. Hamilton battling it out. Looking at an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. She gets that one in. But it's thrown out at first.
So no harm, no foul as Hamilton is out at first. So still no runs allowed by Malia Alexander here.
Now batting for the Pirates, the second baseman, number 12.
Aggies 2 outs, but a runner on second in Aiken as Kimberly Brown steps up to bat for the Pirates. She gets it in. Glover's going to make the play to pick up the third out to close the top of this inning. So Aggies doing their job and holding Hampton scoreless. They now have 2 more innings to battle back and close this 6-run gap. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th.
This is the CAA on Flow College.
Back for the bottom of the 6th. 10-4 ball game here in Lady Aggie Softball Complex. I'm Raven Douglas alongside Damian Banks. Aggies are going to take the field shortly to try to cut this 6-run lead down.
For A&T, getting 6 runs seems daunting, but it starts with base runners. You got some speed batters coming up, and Cottrell Williams, all about Tanaya Thomas. You get those 2 runners on base, and then you go from there. And, you know, that's the optimal mindset for A&T here in the bottom of the 6th. Multiple base runners.
Yep.
Try to get Hampton to help you out as well defensively if they can.
Got some speed stepping up here in the lineup with Cottrell Williams up to bat. If she can get on base, that'll be a threat and a good start for the Aggies for sure.
Hey, you hear that chant of them saying they want some trail it.
That's my favorite chant for sure.
A&T again had the opportunity to pack it in with the run rule, but they found a way to score 2 runs, and they got this game extended for another couple of outs at least. So, you know, you win, lose, or draw, you take from that like, hey, we didn't fold, we didn't give up.
Yeah.
You know, now you're playing with house money. Okay, let's see if we can complete the comeback. You've already got Ava Lester out of the ball game.
Trail thrown at first.
Yeah, that was close. Cottrell Williams moving down that first base line, but nice play by the shortstop, Violet Salazar.
Yeah.
The second baseman, number 21.
Freshman Tanaya Thomas. She bunts it. It makes it to first. What a play by the freshman Tanaya Thomas.
Yeah, Tanaya Thomas, well-placed bunt.
Yeah.
And she displays that speed.
The catcher, number 22.
And then celebrates. Lets them know about it.
Celebrate. I always love her energy when she's on the field.
You know, when you're a freshman, you know, and there's Cam Caldwell.
Wow,
first
Cam
pitch
Caldwell.
swinging. From first to third is Tanaya Thomas. Now runners on the corners.
Runners on the corners. Cameron Caldwell, she has consistently been able to step up and make some plays and get the crowd up for the Aggies. Definitely a momentum changer as they're only looking at just 1 out. And Hampton looks like they're going to take some time to regroup a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see if they switch pitchers, but first pitch swinging for Cam Caldwell. Saw something that she can put into play, drives it into the gap in left center.
Pitch running for A&T.
Now Aggies
Number 26.
bringing in some speed on the corner. So Ava McCauley, you're a freshman.
Yeah.
Situational hitting for A&T. This is your moment.
Yeah.
If you're Ava McCauley.
Just 1 out on the just 1 out so far, so you got some room.
Now this can make the game super interesting if Ava McCauley can drive in 2 here.
McCauley just 6 hits so far this season. She hasn't found one today. But don't count the freshman out. She has the chance to do it. the talent to do it. Wow.
Yeah, Hampton in their heads now.
Hampton making some crucial errors.
That's what happens when you get speed on the bases.
Yeah.
It makes the defense speed up just a tick, and that's all you need for mistakes to be made. And now it's 10-5. You score a couple of more runs, then Hampton gets more into their head. So now it's up to the Pirates. You got to calm down if you're Hampton.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still in the driver's seat, but A&T right now on the comeback trail.
And, I mean, that was an exciting play to watch. That's Tia Montgomery that's running right now. She, was almost ran over and was Bobble trying to get from second, and she still makes it to third.
Thomas comes home and still just one out.
Ava McCauley picking up an RBI.
It's 10-6.
Nicely placed ball by the freshman to pick up another run and close the game to 4.
Again, multiple base runners. You get that speed on base. That speed has now turned into 2 runs. So now you got Shandy Brown. It's going to be hard to get Shandy Brown out at first.
Yeah.
If Brown can hit it far enough into the hole, you're going to have to make a decision. Do I take the out at second and allow Shandy Brown to get to first? So, again, more pressure on your defense to be perfect.
Aggies have room here, just 1 out. Brown connects it. And makes it to first. Oh, she's out on first.
Brown sliding head first.
But moves McCauley over to second with Jamari Moss stepping up to bat.
Yeah, 2 outs now, but called McCauley over at second. Moss.
Yeah.
Power, as you see Shandy Brown, effort. Doesn't quite get there, but moves the runner over.
Saw Moss step in not too long ago and be aggressive when it comes to running to pick up a run scored and put a run on the board for her team.
Yeah, Jamari Moss hit by a pitch, but ultimately scored that 4th run for A&T. And now she's up with a chance to really make this interesting.
Yeah.
Now let's say Jamari Moss hits a homer.
Yeah.
It's now 10-8.
Wow. It's a 2-run game.
For all the Aggie alum who didn't want to pack it in on the run rule.
It's got to be exciting to see the Aggies battling back, and Moss sends it to about in between the third and second and isn't able to pick up a run, but the Aggies close this game to just 4 runs going into the 7th inning. We'll be right back to the top of the 7th.
Hampton leads.
We're back for the top of this 7th inning. The Aggies battling back in this game, which if I'm Coach Gonzalez, I'm happy to see my team being resilient in the face of adversity and not allowing, just to roll over and let Hampton put up a dominant win here. So they closed the game to just 4 runs, 10-6 right now. Malia Alexander stepping up in the circle to start this inning off right.
Yeah, if you're Malia Alexander, hey, you've been put into a position where, hey, maybe I can get a win. If I don't give up any runs here, I hold them to just 10 and we score 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. I can sneak a win out of this. So as a freshman, You've been pitching well since you come in. Continue to do so. Make your pitches and give yourself your team a chance in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah. Cassidy Lee up to bat right now. She's had a double today, so she's definitely got the power to keep the momentum in Hampton's favor. She pops it up to right field. And what a play by, is that Brown? Is that Shandy Brown out there picking up that?
Yeah, Shandy tracking that ball in the air.
Now batting for the Pirates.
Fades
Shortstop, number 13,
towards that out of bounds in right field and makes that wasn't an easy play.
Not at all.
But made it look effortless.
Yeah. Track that ball down. Let's pick up the Aggies' first out. As Violet Salazar steps up next for the Pirates. Nice start for Alexander. Start off with a strike here. Again, Violet Salazar, a talented hitter. She sends that deep. It's going to pick up a double.
Yeah, Catrell
Williams laid out for that one.
Yeah, you can't fault the effort there for Catrell Williams. Had the ball in her glove, and when she hit the ground, it bounced out, much like Carmen Bonner did, but that would have been a tremendous play by Catrell Williams. You just can't hold on to it.
Yeah. The crowd behind me believes she had that one and just bobbed it out, but I mean, great effort and great hustle by Williams and a great spot by Violet Salazar to make it a second. Evans up to bat next.
Looks like Hampton is trying to weather this rally from A&T and trying to put another run on the board to extend the lead, just to give whomever they run out there in the circle in the bottom of the 7th a little bit more breathing room.
Evans with an opportunity to move Salazar into scoring position. That was Salazar's just her second double of the season. Or her third, excuse me.
And that one sliced from Sydney Evans. For Hampton. Again, you mentioned in the pregame, looking for their second conference win, so this will be big for Hampton as well and give them the opportunity to win a conference series. So whoever can get this game will feel really good about themselves going into Sunday.
Yeah, every win matters a lot for both of these teams as they're trying to, just put some win on the board and kind of climb the ladder here in their conference.
Yeah, Evans thought she had a walk, trying to trot towards first, come on back home.
Yeah, full count now Evans is looking at. And Alexander's going to let her walk to the first. And the Hampton Pirates are back to the top of their batting order with Bohannon back on the field.
For the Pirates, the first baseman, number 00, Riley Bohannon.
You mentioned Bohannon back here for Hampton. Bohannon's been productive. Scored a run in this one, 2 walks.
Bohannon, a sophomore out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. It's a little ways from home.
You'll catch a couple of Midwesterners at these HBCUs. My college roommate from Detroit. Shouts out to Fonz. It's a good pitch by McCauley. Just get the call. something low and outside. Keep it out of the wheelhouse of Bohannon.
Alexander, even the count, 1-1. We got some singing going on. People demonstrating their vocals.
Not quite as good as you, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Not as good as me, but one day they'll get there.
Yeah, that's one thing about, doing these games. You hear all of the chants and the cheers, cheering on your teammates. Good snag there by Trinity Glover. Salazar moves over to third, but you get the out at first.
2 outs for the Aggies. They want to close this inning as quick as possible, not give up any runs for Hampton to extend this score.
Maduro chance here to tack a run on for Hampton. For Hampton, I think this run could be very important because it's going to be so hard to get those 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th if you're Hampton, especially if you allow a base runner or 2.
Yeah. The Aggies know how to take advantage of when momentum is going their way. So definitely want to build a cushion as much as you can, as that's popped up to McCauley, and she's going to pick up another put out to close the top of this 7th inning and get her offense on the field. So we've still got a 4-run ball game here as we enter the bottom of the 7th. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Vaughn, why did you decide to come to A&T? How does it make you feel when people say that this is a second-class institution, academically?
A second class?
You are the first black woman in the history of this country to build a billion-dollar company.
I do not honor the woman because it was a journey traveled by many along with me.
It's easy to forget that before they were known as heroes, they were young people just like all of you.
Back for the bottom of the 7th, the Aggies closing the gap here. We're at a 10-6 ball game here as Destiny Sims steps up to the plate.
And for A&T, you're either going to get 3 outs and go home, or you're going to score 5 runs and walk this off.
Yeah.
So your mentality, again, base runners, multiple base runners. That's how you put pressure on the opposing team's defense. Make them think about it. So Destiny Sims, good speed for your leadoff batter, and you go from there.
Yep. The Aggies, I'm the Aggies. I didn't want to just extend this game to lose. I want to extend this game to get the win. So I expect the Aggies to put forth a good effort here and do something exciting for this great crowd we have behind us.
Yeah, a lot of cheers on both sides. You mentioned Hampton traveled. They got some fans here, family. A&T definitely, I love it.
Yeah.
Sometimes softball, sometimes it's a forgotten sport.
Yeah.
So, I love to see the fans, the alum come out and support these student athletes.
It makes a difference, I'm telling you. The support always makes a difference for just how you take the field.
And this is a chance here for Hampton to pick up their first win, and also a chance for A&T to win the series if they can come back here. Pressure here for Mackenzie Rimmer-Jones. And that one's high. Rimmer-Jones. Be patient at the plate. A&T. Want to get base runners. Force Hampton to close you out. Don't close yourself out.
Yeah. Destiny Sims with a hit on the day. Almost swings on that, or she does. Picks up the first strike there. Sims another one pretty far from home out of Harvest, Alabama. She fouled that one out.
Destiny Sims, your job is to get on base to start the rally.
Reach for that one.
Able to hold up. Full count here. If you're Sims, you know, you're probably thinking like, okay, I don't want to chase. Let me find something I can hit.
Chase that one to pick up the first out.
That's a great pitch by Rimmer Jones. Ball just dropped out of nowhere. And it looks different coming from a 6'2" pitcher.
Yeah. Jaden James back to the plate. 229 batting average. She makes contact on the first, but it's not going to make it to first base, and a quick 2 outs. In the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, 2 up, 2 down for Hampton, so we're going to have a pinch hitter, Tyra Robinson. It's another good pitch from Mackenzie Rimmer Jones.
Tyra Robinson, we saw her yesterday as the Aggies catcher.
Now, Tyra Robinson, who
now batting for A&T,
coming off the bench, trying to keep this game alive for A&T.
Yeah. Yesterday she wasn't able to get a hit or anything. Was struck out twice, so today she's looking for her first hit of the series.
First pitch is in there for a strike. Rimmer Jones.
She sends that over second. And makes it to first.
Tyra Robinson.
Yeah.
Says, let's not go home just yet.
Yeah. Let's do it. And she's got some speed on her.
2 out single.
As well.
That's how it starts, with the 2 out hits or the 2 out base runners.
Center fielder number 4, Cottrell Williams.
That one's low. And if you're Cottrell Williams, you want to hit this one far enough into the hole in the infield to where you can leg out a base hit and keep this one alive.
Yeah.
I think there it is.
Yeah. I mean, keeping it alive, honestly. Robinson makes it to second. She makes it to first. 2 quick runners. You got Tanaya Thomas coming up next. She can run as well. So the Aggies have some hope here as at the bottom of the 7th.
And you make Hampton start to think and second guess.
Yeah.
Here, if you're Hampton, you're still good. You got 2 outs. You got a 4-run lead. A lot has to go wrong for you to win this game.
Right.
If you're Hampton. But if you're A&T, keeping the game alive is the only thing that's on your mind.
Yeah.
With each pitch, with each at-bat. Now the youngster has been aggressive both on offense and defense, Tanaya Thomas. You see Hampton trying to keep Mackenzie Rimmer Jones loose. Cameron Brown coming out there.
Tonight Thomas sends it to third, and Hampton finishes with a 10-6 lead in the Aggies home, and we've got a split series here, Damian.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play made by the third baseman there in Cassidy Lee. That ball gets away from you, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
But if and buts is candy and nuts, it'll be Christmas every day. This one's over.
Yeah, dominant win by Hampton Pirates. We've got one more for you here tomorrow as the Aggies and the Pirates will face off here in Lady Aggie Softball Complex tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.